Alright, this is about the haunted area of Cahawba, Alabama. It's kind of like a wilderness area. There was a courthouse there. There was the government building for James Monroe, one of the presidents of the United States. And there's also a low elevation there. So it was prone to like flooding because of hurricanes and um, just just a lot of river activity. Um, and there was Native Americans in the area and a lot of other things that happened. So it's either you're gonna have a tribal experience or a ritualistic experience, or a very haunting experience of screaming, talking, and horses galloping, I think, and also guns, because I believe um, around this area there was also the Civil War as well. So a lot of activity. Um, it's kind of like Gettysburg with the hauntings, because you never know where the ghost is going to come from. It's either inside the buildings or it's going to be outside of some of the buildings. This area has been trying to get into a development type of situation for a while, but every time it starts developing, it starts falling apart. So there could be ancient ghosts there as well, or it could be a burial ground. So, anyway, let's start off with the first card, which is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is a person of grace and charm, a natural leader, and business abilities, intelligent, loyal, and successful, courageous, and punctual. This could be uh, James Monroe, or it could be another type of senator that came to the Alabama area. Then there's the Emperor. See, set boundaries and follow the rules. Believe in the concrete world around you and focus on action and results. Hold your ground. And then we have the Six of Cups. Indulge in imagination. Keep a childlike sense of wonder. Reconnect with simple forms of expression. So that's Six of Cups. My cats are always doing something behind the scenes. So if you hear that, he's trying to get my record collection again. Anyway, so we have the moon in reverse. So be courageous as you explore the darkness. Look for the light in your world. Disclaimer: the shadows. Ground by eating whole foods, exercise regularly, and care for your body. So it's an overgrown area in some places. So just keep your wits about you. You don't want to be dehydrated in this area, because there is mirages and there is a lot of lights and a lot of like shadow people in this area at times. Shadow people are either ghosts or they're acclamations of past conflict. So if there's a lot of conflict in your world, I wouldn't go here. If you've had a conflicted past or present, I wouldn't go here either. Because, like, some of the ghosts could have aggression, and if you feel like you have aggression, it would attract a lot of ghosts. Some people, they go looking for ghosts and they're like, I haven't found anything. It's because you don't have conflict and you don't have kind of like an innocent outlook on life. So a ghost would not approach you. Usually ghosts would approach innocent people or people that, are either very pretty, nice looking, handsome, or they kind of either have a lot of aggression or they have kind of like a drunkard type of, fashion that would attract certain ghosts to them, because that's how the ghosts acted in their past, as living people. So it depends. It depends on who you are as a person and what type of ghost you will encounter. If you're more knowledgeable or crafty, you're probably going to get a lot of tribal type things or ritualistic apparitions, which isn't bad. Some of the apparitions aren't really like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. More of the opposite. They're more advisory type things. They want to guide you to be successful. There's only been one or two instances where apparitions have been kind of clingy attached. So you will have to carry either rosemary or basil or some type of thyme because with some spirits they get too involved and you need to sprinkle a little bit on yourself to get that away. Some people say, "Oh, you should use salt." Salt's found at the bottom of the lakes, the Great Lakes. So I'm not really too sure about that. Some of the salt lakes are haunted as well. But anyway, so we have, okay, let's see. Um Page of Pentacles, observance, resourceful, look for life in detail, enjoy collaboration. So go with somebody. Don't go alone. Yeah, because if you see something, you need somebody there to be like, oh yeah, I saw that too. Like, you're both gonna see the same thing, or hear the same thing. Usually, if you hear like taps, that's not a bad spirit. If you hear booms, that's a little bit of a drunkard there. Um, and if you hear somebody say some words to you, it could be an actual person. Not gonna lie, sometimes it is a ghost, but sometimes it's a person that you might have that might be a little bit homeless and using the area to sleep. But yeah, don't disturb anybody, please. But anyway, so we have the last one, which is the Heliphant. Feeling constricted, ignore advice from others, challenge authority, and blaze your own path. Establish new rituals and traditions. So, in certain areas, such as like Gettysburg, if it's Native American land, usually Native Americans, they bring certain things to an area in order to cleanse it or to appreciate it or to build something, mostly wildflowers. They put wildflowers in an area to kind of bring happiness to the area, to cleanse the area of bad spirits or bad, things. So that might be a good tradition to start, is if it's been haunted, you bring wildflowers. Because in bringing wildflowers, it's like you're recreating the legacy, which to people it's kind of hard to explain. But with wildflowers, certain flowers mean certain things. If they come up in a particular area, it's actually a message from the ghosts, from dead people that have been buried there, incidents that have happened, in an area. So, if you plant wildflowers and you see a lot of bachelor buttons, that means that the ghost is fine and you can talk to the ghost. You can bring your little Ouija boards and whatever. But if it's like red flowers, a lot of red flowers, like poppies or stuff like that, Poppies aren't bad on their own, but in a haunted area, it means that there's some type of problem that needs to be revived or exercised usually. So you might want to get a medium or a exorcist to go in the area and exhaust that area out. So it's very interesting. But blue flowers, you can talk to those ghosts. Red flowers, there's some bad conflict going on that needs to be resolved. Um, if there's a lot of yellow flowers, there's happiness there, and they're happy where they're at. White flowers means that there are children wandering. Usually daisies means that somebody lost a child and that child's still wandering. So there might need to be some type of resolution so that that child spirit can move on. But other than that, a lot of times the flowers are going to be natural. A natural flower would be kind of all colors, you know, where it's like blues, reds, greens, oranges, and type of thing. So, yeah, I feel like that would be good for Louisiana, especially in certain places, just to see what's going on in certain places to get a gauge. Um, so, the channeled messages from this area are you must hold fast and keep a tough interior as you can make it through the hard times, the tough times. So it's at the ghosts are talking to you. If you're going through a rough time, you just hold tight in there and you reevaluate your situation and what you need and what you're able to do, you know. Healing and security, familiarity, abundance, happy memories, and prosperity. So there was a lot of fun being had in this area, probably in your home too. Um, Family connection, unexpected windfall. So there was a lot of money coming into this area. And there might be some money coming into your life as well, probably from a relative that lives far away. But yeah, there's something coming in for you. So there's a lot of healing going on. I think somebody watching this is going through a lot and they might be ready to heal from it or move on from a particular thing, as well as the area itself in Alabama that needs to heal. So, uh, so, uh, and I also channeled somebody who might be a father for the first time. So congratulations. Um, but yeah, you're gonna need to teach your child about the ways of the world. No matter how you perceive the world, you do have to kind of give them a bit of a common sense lesson. My dad wasn't around, so I had to learn that myself. But yeah, that's usually what fathers do. They kind of give you like you know your moral compass and how you look at the world and certain references that your father may make about certain types of things. You may carry with you or you might not, but you're kind of encompassing like what you need to do versus you know what your child will become, you know. So it's very hard to teach hate to an innocent. But you kind of have to be in the middle of the road with your own compass versus experience, and then your child will draw their own experiences from how life treats them. Sometimes children can be very lucky with the world, and sometimes it can be very hard. So, you know, you kind of have to be there for that too. Even though you might not have experienced something like that, you're going to have to be a stable, a senseful, practical compass for your children as a father figure. So, if you're being a father for the first time, keep that in mind. It's not all fun and games. It's real life hard decisions, and you're gonna have to be there for some of the toughest areas of the child's life. Okay, so I wish you all the best with that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Even the spirits are like, oh yeah, he's gonna have fun, all right. Might have a handful. But yeah, I feel like whose ever child has just been born, when you're watching this, might actually be a president or a senator. So they might want to get into politics. So I wish you all the best with that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And it's going to be very challenging. I just think they need to have a good head on their shoulders and to decipher between what's good for them and what's good for other people. So they might want to do the 100 trick where they like talk to 100 people a day. And that's how you become a greater politician than what they have now, you know. But yeah, you have to deal with 100 people per day or ask people questions or kind of see points of view other than your own in order to be a good politician. So hopefully that will be something for somebody out there. So save the moment. So somebody's gonna have to come up with a creative idea to saving the moments of their lives or milestones in their life. So you might want to get a journal. You might want to have pictures or a picture album. You might also want to see all the achievements being made in your journey. A lot of people think that they don't do anything all day. You might be a homebody and you might stay home a lot. But there's little things in life that you will see outside your own window, whether it's feathers, nuts, the changing of leaves, a difference of wind, maybe the sky is different. But nature always gives you something to look forward to. So I would just get outside every once in a while and see how things gather. I have one of those uh, galvation bowls. Galvation bowls are usually like, if you've seen The Lion King, you've seen Rafiki have like one of those galvation bowls that's made out of like a gourd or something and collects different things that the wind blows in. And it actually tells you about news from around nature and stuff and what you can look forward to. Mostly they're called messages from God, but depending on the season, you'll probably get nuts, berries, probably little petals in there and stuff. But it's something to look at, and sometimes galvation bowls can be very nice to look at. Like different things will collect in those bowls and stuff like that. Sometimes not desirable things like bugs, but it could actually give you that childlike joy to actually take pictures of what's in your bowl every day or what collects in there and actually make kind of like a memory thing with that as well. But you can come up with your own things too, like if it's a journal, if it's, a photo album or, a scrapbook or, just a writing journal like I have. But yeah, just try to collect something, even if it's information or if it's memories or, just being poetic, I collect poems or fortunes from fortune cookies. But whatever the case is, hopefully you collect something. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna go. You have a good day. Make sure you bring somebody with you. I think that's the moral of this haunted area. But you have to, kind of save your memories as well. Okay. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. All right.